Before the peace, there was a man people feared, not because he was powerful, but because he was unkind. He spoke, and others listened, not out of respect, but because they had to. And when he spoke, he expected to be understood the first time. His words were sharp, clean, direct, sometimes louder than necessary. He did not repeat himself. He did not explain himself. He expected, and expected quickly. His patience was short, and his tolerance even shorter. And his presence felt heavy, heavy in every room he entered. He demanded more, and more, and more, gave less, and called it success. Deadlines grew tighter, expectations grew higher, understanding disappeared. Effort was never enough, time was never enough, nothing was ever enough. People worked harder, not because they were inspired, but because they were afraid. Afraid of his tone, afraid of his words, afraid of being seen. Not to earn his praise, but to avoid his attention. Voices lowered when he entered the room, conversations ended early. Eyes dropped, posture shifted, energy changed. Not because he inspired greatness, but because he created pressure. But to him, this was leadership, control, demand, authority. Results mattered, people did not. They were tools, replaceable, temporary. And the more he gained, the less he noticed what he was becoming, because success can be loud enough to silence truth. The house was large, too large for one man to enjoy. The table was full, more than enough for someone never satisfied. The accounts overflowing, numbers rising faster than his awareness. He had access, influence, power. Doors opened for him, people moved for him, opportunities followed him. To the world, he had everything. But in quiet moments, when the noise faded and there was no one left to impress, something remained. A silence he did not understand. Unsettled, unanswered. A feeling he refused to sit with. It followed him in the quiet, in the spaces between conversations, in the moments when there was nothing left to do and nowhere left to go. He would sit, surrounded by everything he once wanted, and feel nothing. No satisfaction, no peace, no rest. Only the need to keep moving, to earn more, to prove more, to become more. But more never answered what was missing. So he stayed busy, he stayed moving, he stayed distracted. He told himself this was the cost of winning, and he believed it. Until the day he boarded a private jet. Another trip, another deal, another step forward. He sat back, as he always did, closed his eyes, as he always did, certain of tomorrow. Certain he was still in control. But life has a way of interrupting pride, and this time it would not ask,